Yeah. When I think about things that, my kids, I have 4 kids, and I always think about the same thing. What do they know and what do they need to know in order to be in the future? And I think the change is something that they will surely need to get used to. And if we're thinking about a fast changing world right now, they will have even a faster changing world as I see it. So, just changing the way that you see things, the way that you operate in the world is so important. And you see in companies that there are, like, I know, several companies, very big ones, usually tech ones, who are innovating all of the time. And most of the other companies are not really changing. Maybe startups are doing the change, but the big, like, medium companies are moving really, really fast. So why do you think they are not doing it? Like, they could do it. Let's say some of the people could have these, like, the changing mindset, and still it's not getting forward.
Because there are, in my opinion, two different mindsets inside the company. So a lot of large companies, normally above 100,000 people, has an innovation departments in place, and they
Right.
are performing a lot of technology scouting, technologies and innovation activities, and so on. But sometimes, then the final decision is in charge of a business unit, of the CEO and the innovation and business as two different approaches, because business must get money and cash flow and so on, growth in the short time. Innovation needs a long time, needs failures to become real. And so these two different mindset is not aligned between each others. And
Hmm.
this is something that is slowing down a lot of companies, because they looking for the mid-term goals, objectives, and not in the long run. But if you go into the statistics, for example, uh, in the forecast is that in the next 10 years, 40% of the Fortune 500 companies will vanish because
Wow.
they don't innovate enough. And this is based on what already happened from the 1955 until now. And this is starting going really fast today, because if you don't innovate today, you're out of a business. You must innovate to stay on track and make your business grow, because otherwise someone else will do it for you and will overcoming you and become a leader in the market.
Yeah. So what are the challenges that innovation leaders are facing these days?
So we are in an amazing time for technology and for innovate, because yes, the startup environment boosts a lot, the innovation, the discoveries. Internet helps in getting a lot of information about everything, so you can really reach experts all around the world. uh, but what is hard today is understanding in which direction we should go in the next years, because we are overwhelmed by information. So there are too many information, so too much big data around, and unfortunately, not always that they are available. So this means that there are, jargon language for the marketing, buzzwords, false promising, and all this kind of stuff make really hard to understand on what we must be focused as a company for the next years. And also, when we found that, it's hard to identify sometimes the proper match between the problem that we are solving, the technologies outside, and find, okay, we have a solution. This is the solution that we want to focus on for the next 2-3 years. And if you find also that one, so if you overcome also this issue, in the end, you have to rely on the people and the company that has to use these technologies and buy this technology. And based on the previous answer about the mindset, maybe you have found the perfect answer to the problem, the perfect technology, but the people are not ready to use that, because the
Yeah.
mindset is not ready to adapt all this kind of solution.
Yeah.
And so it's really hard to pushing into the market a solution, also if it's much efficient, less costly, and so on, to be adapted in the short run to be effective for the company, to have a return for the company and to make it survive.